Major X, Issue 1, Major Disappointment or Major Success? Hey comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0 and fans. Yes, you're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer. Get ready to do that all-important comic book review so you, the fans, can make a decision on what comic books to buy. And today, guys, we're talking about the highly anticipated Major X. This is Issue 1, written and drawn by the great Rob Liefeld. Now, take it or leave it when it comes to Rob Liefeld, right? You either love the guy or you hate the guy. But however, when it came to this book, everyone was probably going to buy it to see either how good it was or how bad it was. Now, before we get started in the review, guys, just wanted to let you know that I am in a hotel in Orlando and just ran a 5K race, and I earned the very precious medal here. So I was excited to get that. And now tomorrow on Saturday, I'll be running the 10K race and hopefully to achieve that 10K medal. All right, so now that you got to see the cool medal, let's talk about Major X Issue 1. Did I like it? Did I love it? Do I want to tear it up? I don't know. We'll see what happens. So let's talk about the artwork in this book, okay? So when you opened up the first page of this artwork, it was actually pretty good. I was like, all right, that looks pretty nice. I'm like, I can deal with that. But then as you progress further with the story after page 2, when you get introduced to Major X here, you know, you're like, okay, that's okay. After that, it goes downhill from here. You get crazy facial expressions. You get so many different types of characters, but they're kind of the same. You get weird body proportions. Cable's body just looked horrible. It was like this square with like weird shoulder pads. Here's Wolverine here. All he does is scream, and it's just, it's kind of weird. But here's the one with Cable that I was talking about. I was like, man, oh man, right? I was like, God, that's just rough. And if I remember correctly, I thought Rob Liefeld's artwork was better than this. Maybe it was just me as a kid where I thought it looked cool back then, and now it just doesn't look as cool, right? Yeah, very disappointing. And what made this even more disappointing is the book, all it does is features just the characters, right? That's all you see. You don't get drawn into the whole world that's presented into you. And I thought that was very frustrating. In even some panels, we don't even get any color. Sometimes it's just white. And you get that. And you're like, what the hell, dude? So all you do is just see characters. Reject Hank McCoy. You get Wolverine. You get a guy called Dreadpool. Like, what the heck is going on? Why do we need all these reject characters? They're all the same. So, artwork, take it or leave it, right? So, what did I think about this particular story? Well, right from the start, we get introduced to Major X, right? And right away, he has his face planted on Cable here. And what happens is we learn that Major X kind of time travels, or he comes from a different dimension, maybe one dimension that's falling apart. So the only place he can go to is this time, and he reaches out to Cable, and he says he needs his help, right? And it seems like they tell that story quite a bit. Like there's a lot of repeating going on. And then in the whole time, though, all you see is fighting. And he's like, I don't really want to hurt you. I really need your help. And as the battle thickens in the X Mansion, because that's where you are during this battle, and the only reason why you know that is because you see a little house and says you're in the X Mansion. Otherwise, you wouldn't know. And I guess they're in the danger room. But as the battle progresses, you get introduced to these characters, but all through fighting. So you get introduced to Hank McCoy, who's like gray and red, and then you get introduced to the bike that time travels as well, which is kind of lame in my opinion too. You know, it's like he's like Cable himself, but he time travels with a bike. That's kind of lame. And all of a sudden, the world just like that Major X lives in, it just falls apart, and he just goes to the dimension. It's just such lazy writing. And then all of a sudden, Wolverine comes out of nowhere, and then they start fighting, and it's like Wolverine versus Major X, and then Reject Hank McCoy versus Wolverine, and then you find out Major X, you know, has an adamantium sword because whatever was left from Wolverine in the future, that's what they use as a weapon, and it's just dumb. And then they got Dreadpool, and it's just like Dreadpool versus Cable, and it's like then Deadpool comes out of nowhere. Where's Deadpool coming from? And then he fights Dreadpool, so Deadpool versus Dreadpool. I'm just like, what is happening in this book right now? And then there's just random colors that just fly out anywhere. It doesn't make any sense. It's so ridiculously dumb. It doesn't know. There's no real true identity. Everything is just a mix-up of everything from the past that we've read, you know? And then you find out the revelation of, obviously, who Major X is, and he's Cable's son. And it's just like, okay. You're like, cool, you know? So, what did I think about it? I thought it was a train wreck. It was a mess. It was all over the place. It's just like we're trying to bring back something that is not needed. It's like it's forced, and it was ridiculous. However, will I be reading it going forward? Yeah, because I just want to see what... I guess I just want to see what happens. We're going to be introduced to another character. It's a female, and it seems like she's new. I don't know. I just don't know what to expect from this. The only reason why we know Major X is here because his world is crumbling apart, and he needs Cable's help. And in the meantime, he's fighting all these other guys. It's dumb. It really, really is. But suckers like me are going to spend the money because I just want to see where it's going to go. And it's not an ongoing, it's a mini, so yeah. So at the end of the day, I'm actually majorly disappointed with this book. I'm going to give it like a 2 out of 5. I was so disappointed, and this was my most anticipated book. And I had a feeling it was going to be either really a lot of fun and really good, or just really, really bad. And unfortunately, it was really bad. So there you guys have it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my makeshift Comic Book Corner 2.0 and you enjoyed this review today. So as always, fans, if you have any comments about Major X, please leave it in the comment section below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit that all-important notification button so you don't miss a single video from me. And guys, have a great weekend. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.